Documentary film, John Lennon, Murder Without a Trial, has released its trailer. 8 Days a Week, a documentary about Beatlemania, a tribute to the Fab Four's loyal secretary, good Ol Freda, Martin Scorsese's moving George Harrison, living in the material world, and, last but certainly not least, Peter Jackson's recent 8-hour opus Get Back, which chronicles the recording of the group's final album, Let It Be, and the subsequent demise of the band. These are just some of the documentaries that have been released over the years that have provided viewers with many eye-opening insights into the band. Following the killing of John Lennon outside of the Dakota in 1980 by Mark David Chapman, we now have what hopefully will be the definitive documentary about the aftermath of the event. Featuring new information obtained from Freedom of Information Act requests, the 3-part documentary series John Lennon, Murder Without a Trial will make its debut on Apple TV Plus on December 6. Additionally, it will feature the first on-camera interviews with a number of individuals who were involved in the tragedy. These individuals include Richard Peterson, a taxi driver and witness to the shooting, the Dakota concierge who frantically attempted to save Lennon's life, and Dr. Naomi Goldstein, the first psychiatrist who evaluated Chapman. Lennon's killer was never brought to trial, which is a significant and unusual occurrence in a case of this importance. The co-director Rob Coldstream and the producer Louis Lee Ray have told Rolling Stone that as a result, a vast amount of detailed reasoning and evidence relating to the mental health of Mark David Chapman and his level of responsibility was never presented to the public. Documents and first-hand accounts from individuals who were present at the time of the event are utilized in this series to present the unseen evidence for both the prosecution and the defense for the very first time. Through the entirety of this process, we have made it a point to keep a neutral stance, merely presenting to the audience the arguments that were never introduced in court. In order to show respect to Lennon's surviving family members, including Yoko Ono, Sean Lennon, and Julian Lennon, Coldstream and Lee Ray have stated that they have made a concerted effort to avoid sensationalizing the story with their words. In addition, we have addressed the sad murder of John Lennon not as an incident that occurred in isolation, but rather in the context of America in the 1980s, and we have investigated the broad repercussions that the death had on society as a whole, as they say. The number of parallels that emerged between the year 1980 and the present day, ranging from concerns over mental health, the legal system, and gun control, was something that struck me as interesting.